In this video, just how much work does this 255,000 mile Rover 75 need to get through its MOT? Let's find out. Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to have a look at one of the definite failure items on the high mileage Rover 75, and that is the airbag light. Hopefully we can get that turned off, and then I'll be taking it for an MOT and we can go through the failure sheet when it inevitably fails, because none of the welding, no other work's been done. So it's definitely going to fail on the welding to the sills, but we'll see what else it needs doing. Hopefully not very much. But let's get the airbag light turned off and get that failure sheet at least down one item. The process I'm going to go through to diagnose this airbag light is going to be very similar to what we did with the Focus power steering fault. I'm going to connect up my diagnostic equipment. We're going to scan the airbag system for fault codes. I've heard some people say that if you just wiggle the wires under the seat, the light might clear itself. I'm going to interrogate it first, see what the system's saying, and then we'll go from there, just so that we can be sure that the wires under the seat are the problem before I start poking around with the airbag system. I'm always a little bit cautious working on the airbag stuff. I'd like to be a bit more informed before we start actually taking things apart. Okay, so the diagnostic port on the 75 is in a very similar place to where it was in the Focus. On the driver's side, it's up underneath the dash here. I can't really get the camera in to show you because it's too dark, but it's literally just under there. And you can see the diagnostics plugged in there to the OBD port. And the power lights come on the scanner, so we should be good. So as you can hopefully see, the mileage is now 255,782. I've done about almost 400 miles. Right, it probably is about 400 miles since I picked the car up, but I've done 358 miles since I reset the trip computer. Been going back and forward to working it this week. And no problems to report, really. Everything's been good. But let's get the diagnostics on and we'll see what's up with the airbag system. Okay, so I've scanned the airbag system for fault codes. We actually have 4 fault codes stored. We have front left pretensioner circuit, intermittent fault is present, so I'm guessing that will be the reason the light is on. Left side airbag circuit, right side airbag circuit, and front right pretensioner circuit. So it looks like we probably have problems with the airbag wiring for both of the front seats, and possibly the side airbags as well. I've noticed that this car has failed a number of MOTs for the airbag light being on over its lifetime. If you check, looking at the MOT history, it's no stranger to failing for the airbag lights. So I'm guessing the wiring must be getting a little bit old and a little bit tired. But first of all, before we do anything else, I'm going to erase the fault codes and see if any of them come back. I'm guessing that the front left pretensioner circuit fault will come back when I erase the codes. So I've erased the codes, and now we have front left pretensioner circuit. Permanent fault is present. So the front passenger seat, I need to look at the wiring and see what's going on with it. Before I do anything with the airbag system, I have, of course, disconnected the battery as a precaution. I've seen videos on YouTube of people messing around with the seat wiring with the battery still connected and the power still applied. Nah, I'm not keen on that myself. Every workshop manual you ever read, anything like that, always tells you to isolate the battery or isolate the power before you touch any of the airbag wiring, and I think that's good advice to follow for sure. So now we're looking underneath the seat from the front. We have 2 plugs there, a blue one and a yellow one. And as far as I can tell, the blue one is for the pretensioner, and the yellow one is something else to do with the airbag, or maybe they're both for the pretensioner, I'm not sure. So I'm going to unplug them, replug them, see what kind of condition the contacts are in, and hopefully that'll sort the problem. The wiring looks okay, doesn't look broken or anything. It's a bit untidy under there. I'm guessing with the amount of times this has failed its MOT for the airbag light being on, it's probably been messed around with quite a few times. But it all looks to be in one piece, so hopefully we'll be okay. I unplugged and replugged the blue plug underneath the seat. Felt a little bit crusty, like there's maybe some dirt in there or something like that. Put it all back together, put the battery back on, let's see what happens. And the airbag light goes out. So that's the airbag fault sorted, hopefully. Hopefully it'll stay off long enough for it to go through the test at least. Hopefully if they don't move the passenger seat too much, it'll be alright. I hope I've got the radio code. Pretty sure I will have though, I've got everything else. So that's it for the pre-MOT repairs. The airbag light's sorted. Hopefully that means it'll stay off the failure sheet and it won't come back on as soon as I arrive at the test centre, which has happened to me before. The car's going for an MOT the day after I'm doing these repairs. I'll see it's going to have had its MOT by the time you see this video, and we'll have a look at what it's failed on. But that's it for the repairs for now. It's a couple of days later. The Rover's been for an MOT, which, surprise, surprise, it failed. But it's not all bad news. The airbag light stayed off for long enough for the MOT to take place and it not to fail for that. And the light hasn't come back on, so I think we can chalk that up to success. And the only other failure items were the sills, which obviously we knew about. The outer sills need welding on both sides, which I'll hopefully be able to get sorted shortly. And it needs a set of front wiper blades. So I think we can all agree that for 250,000 miles, that's pretty good going. Join me next time, where we'll look at getting this thing through an MOT and getting that welding done. And that'll be her road legal for another year and she'll live to fight another day. Fantastic news, really happy with that. If you like what you see so far and you want to see more of me helplessly trying to save old bangers on a very short time scale, please like, share and subscribe. Thanks for watching.